Hey YouTube. It's Friday. It's Friday the 17th of July, and it's still only 11:30 in the morning. But I'm actually sat at the computer because I've been focused on the work this week. I wrote an article yesterday. Now it's only like $75 that I earn, so it's not like I've all of a sudden made all the money to buy the car. But these things take time, and the most important thing is that I'm chatting to new clients. We're talking about the price of things and we're arranging things. So whilst that work's not here right now, I've actually been putting my focus and attention into my work, and when I put my energy into it, things come back. It was always there. The work was always there. It was only ever a matter of me needing the fire within to find it, to pick up and do it. In a strange kind of way, I was quite happy just to not do it and just to sit out here and just wait to see what happens. And I think the reason why is because I've been waiting for someone to save me. I don't know what this is all about. But I think there's a part of me that needed someone to save me, and it's been for quite a long time that I've had this need, I think, somewhere deep within me. I'm not really sure why. I'm not really sure why I had to sink myself into a place. I mean, I literally put myself in the place of needing someone to save me. And I think there's a reason why, it's probably some old ancestral story, which quite frankly I don't need to know the details of. I know there's a lot of people who are super in tune to the past lives and things, but I believe that you don't really need to know it. It will just be a cause of suffering for me to know that level of detail of how painful that was. Just have to accept it. But something changed. After the landlord visited, and I kind of managed to stand up a little bit within myself, focus on getting my own stability and no longer waiting for someone to save me. All of a sudden now I've got a saviour. Got a phone call off my pappy yesterday, my dad, and he was like bossing it. All of a sudden he's bossing it. We speak pretty much every day or every other day, but it's just general chit chat and we have a little bit of a laugh, and I think I've been waiting for him to stand up and save me, because I need saving. But now that I've decided to save myself, now he stood up to save me. So I just listened to what he said yesterday, and he made me a proposal. It was nice. It was nice to see him really stand up and protect and be the protector. And he's like, okay, what we're gonna do? You need care, you need help. What we'll do is we'll bring you back home, which is the north of England, and we'll rent you a house for 6 months, and you can just get yourself built back up from there. You don't have to worry about the rent for 6 months because we'll take care of it. You can get some money together, do your work. There's some money with your brother, some work with your brother if you want it, delivering cars and things, so you'll be able to pick up work that way. And they offered it to me, and it's like, although there's still the certain practicalities about how exactly you're going to get me out of this village and get me back there, which is a bit of an impossibility, one that I've already thought about, and the only solution is to fucking drive it. There's literally no other way. Just to say, because I'm in Mallorca, you can't really fly with the dog, and so literally anybody who lives here who goes back and forth to England, they end up just driving it because it's literally really no other way. And so I've always known that the only way was to really drive out of here, but I didn't get into the details with it. I listened to what my dad had to say, and wow, the release I got yesterday, there was a lot of tears. It wasn't like pain. It wasn't like I was angry or sad or bitter or anything like that. It was a relief, I think. It was a release of whatever this need to be saved. I've needed to be saved since December 2018, and it's now July 2020, and these people, my family, they can see me but they can't see me, and it's I've been waiting for them to see me for a long time because of this need within me to be saved. And isn't it funny how it goes when I finally take the reins of my own life, and say, look, there's no one going to come and save me. I have to save myself. Then the next day, I get a saviour. And so that's how it goes, right? It's funny. You can't, if you want to see the patterns and cycles in your life, that's how it goes. I've learned my lesson. like, even though, like, now my pappy's extended himself to me in a way of, I still have to save myself. He's not going to come down, pick me up, put me in, take me out, and I can just be like, oh, no. I've still got to save myself, but now that he can see me and he's willing to help me, he might just be able to just solve a little problem, like, I'll send you a couple of £1,000 so you can get the car to drive home. Now, that begs the other question, is do I really want to drive home? This is what I need to think about, is that yes, I'm quite happy to end this chapter of my life and move on and go and, like, be with people again, because fucking hell, isolation is boring. And so, yeah, go and find people again. I don't really think that my people are there in the north of England. I think that, yeah, it'd be nice to be around my family, which still people who don't really understand me, who can't really nourish me because they still don't really understand me. By being around them, they'll certainly get to know me a lot better and really then perhaps begin to understand me. But I think because they think I'm, like, crazy or whatever, there's always an element of them trying to manage me. Like, I can see it. I can see how there's a slight, like muddying of the level of conversation, of the level of communication, because they're not actually talking to me. They're talking to what they think I am, and what they think I am is they don't have a broad enough perspective to really see the greater picture of what I am. You know, I can give you a clinical psychologist definition of what I am, which is what I gave them, which I think is kind of in a way what helped them see me, because I think they needed that. Like, if I would have broken my legs in December 2018, they would have come and picked me up. But when it comes to things like depression, loneliness, like the incapability of doing anything within that, all they can do is look at it and hold their hands up and have no bloody idea what to do. The other thing as well is that it horrifies people, because quite frankly, if someone's going through that kind of thing, it mirrors in them. It makes them have to face their own psychological things, and everybody's running from themselves at the end of the day. That's why the world is all about distraction, because no one really wants to face themselves. And so I get that, why people want to run away from that and don't want to go near it. But it was a really great relief that my father finally saw me yesterday, and it had a lot of tears, and I wonder whether those tears were ancestral tears, and whatever, it's great, it's purging. If that's been within me for a long time, I've got it out. The thing now is that I have to step forward and stand alone, and I'm in a position to do it, and I potentially might have the help I need to kind of move it forward. And so that's great, right? Like, really, really good. It feels really good. So I'm just taking care of myself. The focus that I've now got on my work again means I'm meeting clients, having interviews. Fuck's sakes, Danny, I've got to pull myself together. I had a telephone call with a girl yesterday about some work that I'm doing for her, and she nailed me down to get me to like $200 to do like 1,000 words or something. But whatever, you know, like, work is work, and I need to get in the flow of working, feeling good about my work, and it grows from there. So I'll take it, $200, whatever, I'll take it. So we had a phone call last night, and wow, I'm an absolute wild man. I'm an absolute maniac. like, you're not dealing with someone who pretends to be professional in any way whatsoever. But that's okay, because you're talking about a writer. You need to have somebody who is themselves. I stand in my power of what I am. And so if that means that I'm not I'm not all that straight, then that's okay, because my work will speak. My work speaks for itself. And so it was good to be, it was a bit of a surprise, because she called me at like 10 o'clock at night. And she video called me, which I wasn't expecting. So I'm looking like this. In fact, I was looking exactly like this, because it's still the same clothes. Hair's all down, long hair. I was like, I didn't even... She was maybe a little bit shocked when she first saw me, like, whoa. And then I'm really inquisitive and asking questions. And it was good in the end. I think we had it was very good back and forth, although a little bit irregular from the world that she's in, as someone who works for a real estate agency, a real estate company that, like, renovates commercial buildings. It's quite wild to meet someone like me when they're used to people who are perhaps a little bit more what I would call phony. But she got in the rhythm of it, and she could see my talent. They could see my talent, and you need to be what I am in order to be that, I think. Anyway, So it's good, so it's positive, and I'm going to keep on cracking on with it. I wrote an article yesterday, like I said. There are other things I can get on with today as well, which will give me money, and so I'm going to get on with that. I've just done a round of applying for more work now, and so that all going to start coming back. Keep putting the work in, keep applying for all the jobs, attracting it, and believe me, I'm going to be super stable. My stability was always there, but it had to come from within in order to realise without, and this is one of the things. As above, so below. As within, so without. And so, as I am the creator of my own world, it's literally, I'm creating it from within. And so, like, the long-term thing for me is to create my own home, I suppose. Being a bit challenged by that, but I'm challenged by it within. So I create the stability within, and then it will realise itself without, which is like long-term process for this kind of stability when I'm not really built up that way. But who knows, maybe I can make it. I believe I can. But yeah, like, it feels good. And so today is Friday. Now I'm gonna go and see. I had some nice chats in the street yesterday, and I saw a lady I know who's got a very large car, and it's crappy and old. And I'm going to go and speak to her today, and I think that there's a good chance that we might be able to strike a deal. Maybe I'm just going to ask her, just sell me your car. I think I can do it. There's a good chance that she'll do it, I think. So we'll see how it goes. Now, obviously, once I do get a car, I'm going to have to make a video where I actually explain that this person is actually giving me this car. Because the way that I've been going around the streets of LRO, you're all probably watching this thinking, what's he doing? Is he going to steal one of these cars? No, I'm not going to steal one of those cars. What do you think I am, a thief? No, I'm not a thief. No. I'm not going to steal a car. I'm not going to break into someone's house. No, that's not going to be, it's not going to go like that. You're looking at the wrong cat there, kiddo. It ain't me, babe. No, not for me. So that's the update of the day. Now, what's going to happen now? It's a bit cloudy, which is not so bad actually, because it's good walking weather. So whilst we're in the middle of the summer, it's nice that me and Bobby could have nice walks out. Today we've got we do Friday drinks in the square with all the gang. There's any of the guys who want to come out, so it could be fun. It's mostly women, and so that's really great. So I might go out to the plaza later on and do a bit of socialising. Apart from that, it's just really all about work and focus on me and knowing that the things are kind of going to keep moving forward. Exciting times, my friends. I've got, it's good. I'm very, very happy that I've got this. I think this is going to go really, really well. I'm very, very confident about it. I really think I can grow this channel to something good because I'm a good orator, I'm a good speaker. And once I kind of have a certain thing to focus on, then this is only going to make content about something, and that's great. So what's better than a beautiful place and all the different aspects that it has, rather than just a guy chatting about his life. These are stories that you don't really understand, people that you don't really know. But you can see I'm an engaging talker, and so once I start making videos about the island, then I think my channel will really, really grow. So it's all about, I'm going to have to put Mallorca in everything, in all my titles and stuff. I'm going to have to own the key word. So apologies for that in the future. Maybe change, it's all got to be about Mallorca, because there's a lot of people who will Google this, who will look up this place, and no one's really on it. And even people who make videos on YouTube on Mallorca, they're sat in fucking houses or offices editing videos because they're video editors. You got to get out there, baby. You got to get on the ground, So I'll make another video a bit more about Mallorca later. I'd like to talk about the people's impression of what Mallorca is compared to what it actually is to live here, which is quite far beyond what most British people's impression of what Mallorca is, I think. And we'll discuss this in the future about the changing face of tourism in Mallorca. Hey, I might actually really kind of go some way to kind of help show a different side of that. So it's all good. Anyway, I'm just rambling now. But haven't I always just been rambling anyway? Isn't this all just one big ramble? My friend once said that you don't even really need someone to talk to, because you're not even really talking to anybody. You're just talking. And it's not even it's like a monologue where you're talking to someone and it's just all about you saying it. She said it's a soliloquy, which is absolutely right, which is a perfect word, which is when in the the theatre when the character goes to themselves and says something and they're talking to themselves. That's essentially how I talk. It doesn't really matter who's in front of me. I kind of just talk like this anyway. It's just talking to myself, I suppose. And then I thought last night, does that make me horrifically narcissistic? Interesting question. Anyway, like, I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna drop the ball and post the video. So let me know how everybody is. Anybody, I've got 15 subscribers now, so I appreciate all you guys. I really like Camilla because she writes to me. She's probably my first real follower. So big love to you, Camilla. Happy weekend, love. Hope you have a nice weekend. I really appreciate you guys very much for being my first followers. You're gonna see that it's a fun ride, and the internet's all about being first, right? So you got in there. Internet sensations. Anyway, let it go, Dani. Just shut up. Like, finish your coffee and get on with the day. See you later, guys. Love you all. Bye bye.